Yo, everybody's here for you with yet another weekly benchmark video. So, um, it's a bit, something, Past few days have not been the best. I'm not really quite sure. I could describe them as like kind of just doing, it's just kind of just happening. They told me that I can't go back to my original location for like another month. Currently like the 23rd of August. And they said that the person that I'm covering at my new site. Have I been talking about my new site anyway? I got moved to another site. It's a site that I don't really like working at that much, but I get paid a little bit more because I work longer hours. But other than that, it's kind of happening. Other than that, man, I gotta say, kind of like, just longer hours, kind of bite into my time more. I gotta sleep 6 hours on average a day, which I'm trying to get into the habit of. Today I woke up after 6 hours actually, which was good because now I could do this. Oh yeah, it's Tuesday today. Tuesday, not Wednesday. So I'm actually ahead of the ball curve here by saying I'm gonna do my video ahead of time on Tuesday. So that's nice, Or maybe I'll do the recording on Tuesday and I'll upload it on Wednesday. Like a day after. It would be a good division of skill, but it also leads to more procrastination, so I don't think I should. I think I should upload it today on Tuesday. But like I was saying, yeah, I don't really know, man. It's just it's just I'd rather go back to my original site. Uh the current site I'm at is a single person supervision myself kind of deal, and it's like, yeah, you don't have any bosses, but by the same margin you're in charge of everything. And I don't really like being in charge of everything. I learned that when I headed my Epic 7 crew way back when. I used to be the absolute figurehead, mostly just a figurehead. I didn't really manage much. It was mostly all my vice captains doing all the work. But yeah, I didn't like being a figurehead back then, and I don't like being a figurehead now. I just don't like being the spearhead, unless it's something that I choose to be a spearhead of, like, say, a comic or an ambitious project in animation or something. Yeah, that's kind of my own choice. But if I'm being put into it against my will, like, in regards to this security position, I feel like there's people more suited to the job better than me. I don't like being in a superficial kind of like main state. It's just kind of not what I want to be. But anyway, I gotta do some Cancole daily, so I'm gonna be doing that on the side. Since it would be better to divvy up my time used towards doing stuff on the side, it would be better to play Cancole at the side. Yeah. I ran out of stuff to develop. And I don't want to develop anything because an event is coming up, so I'm just trying to aim for, like, I don't know, drums, I guess. I didn't get any there. Funnily enough, I sound kind of tired because I just started my work week. Yesterday was kind of stressful up until I got to work, but then it was just work as per usual. I have to be at that site for another month. Another month. They said the guy that I'm covering, it was supposed to be like a 2-week in and out quick adventure, you know. 2-week work week. 4 days off. 2 days per weekend, Saturday and Sundays off. And then I would be back to my original site. That's what they told me. But now they're telling me after 3 weeks, it's been 3 weeks, maybe even 4 weeks since I have been relocated, that I had to stay there another month until like September 19th or something. And that's how long I gotta stay there. And if it's August 23rd right now, I've already been here for like 3 weeks. That means I'm almost gonna be there for 2 months. Ain't that kind of crazy? You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's kind of fine, I guess. Because I do need the money, and the extra money I get from working longer hours is fine. It helps. Especially because, like I said before, I'm kind of behind on my bills ever since the last event. Fully event. So, it's kind of hard keeping up. But recently, this fire alarm was going off in the distance. You can hear it in the background. It goes off every 30 seconds. It's really annoying. Like I was trying to sleep yesterday and I couldn't sleep as a result of the thing just keep on constantly. Excuse me. Blathering on and on and on and going off like that constantly in the background. For no exact reason, really. For that it stopped. Is it even in my room? Dude, there's one in my room, but it's absolutely green. It's not even saying that it's wrong or anything. It's just green, which means I don't know why it's blathering on and on about some random nonsense that I don't get at all. If it's the one in my room, I don't get it because it's green.
さあ、どの装備を回収しますか？こちらですね。お任せください。いいね。そういうの好きさ。うんうん。いい感じですね。回収成功です。提督、作戦成功しました。
Okay, well, that's weekly AA dismantlement done. That's good. I need to do daily repairs too. I don't know why it keeps going off. Like, I have no clue. It makes no sense whatsoever, man. It just keeps going off and off and off, and I'm like, yo, I didn't do anything wrong. But anyway, I gotta be at work. Like, the thing I don't like most about my work is that the work hours are different. It's 5 o'clock until 2:30, right? Oh, on my old side, it was 9:30 at night until 6 o'clock in the morning. I like that better, honestly. I have to reset my Ukrainian rhythm or whatever, and I have to get like more acclimated to it, and that's kind of like a pain. I mean, it's already been 3 weeks, so I should have been acclimated, but I just overall liked it better when I was working at 9:30. It was later in the night. I'm more of a night shift kind of person. Going to work at 5 o'clock afternoon is kind of like at best, and kind of at worst. I wake up normally around like 12 or 1 o'clock, and that hasn't really changed. I still wake up at 12 or 1 o'clock. If I'm especially tired, I'll wake up at 3. And that never really, really stopped me when I was working at my old job. Sometimes I would even sleep at 6. At my new site, I can't do that. Otherwise, I would be late by like an hour. I woke up at 6. Not even to mention. Oh, I still have to draw today. I've been yawning a lot, even though I got 6 hours of sleep. Sometimes I think maybe I should just sleep the regular 8 hours. But then I think that sleeping 8 hours is fucking... But sleep is not for the weak, it's for the mentally hedged, right? I guess. I would just like to say that noise really damn annoying. I have been lighting a candle in my room recently to get rid of some odors. Mostly chemical odors, not like my own body odor or anything. It's basically just like a room smells like chemicals all the time. I don't know why. I always get a headache as a result, but now I'm getting a headache from this fucking alarm going off constantly in my head. Not in my head, in the background. Unless you guys can't hear it, then it is in my head, and I'm having a bout of delusion, but yeah. Getting into the work rhythm has not been like the worst. I've been getting pretty good at getting into the rhythm of staying to the standard, but other than that, man, I do feel like kind of a pain. But it's not like an absolute pain. It's like a pain. But yeah, I guess that's about all I have to say. I have, as a result of being at the new work site and the weird hours and the working longer than longer than usual hours, I've decided to postpone the comic for the time being. The, the comic ideal where like I draw a single picture for the comic every day. I decided to postpone it so that, it doesn't seem rushed or out of place. But that also seems like a bit of a coping mechanism, like, oh, how convenient. You don't have to work on it kind of deal. But by the same margin, I just don't have the time. I'm barely making ends meet as it is. Once I'm done with making this video, I'm gonna have about like 2 hours left to do basically everything. Then I gotta go to work. I also have to draw today. I've yet to draw. And I wanted to do some record drawings. And here I am doing the weekly benchmark video edit schedule, but that still bites into my time by like an hour because it takes me 30 minutes to do this video if I'm doing Kinkle at the same time. And then, you know, I gotta do Photoshop, I gotta make the video, then I gotta put down the quote, and then I gotta do the tags. Overall, it takes about an hour. Not that long, but still bites into time, especially when if I wake up at 12 and I have until 5, and I have to go out by like 4:45 at the very most. That's still like I didn't even wake up at 12. I woke up at like 1. That gives me about like I don't know, 3 hours 45 minutes overall. If you use an hour on making a video, that goes from 3 hours 45 to 2 hours 45. Then you have to do some other stuff such as getting ready for work and doing the laundry, which I also did. Another hour, and then you only have like an hour to draw. That's like normally how it is. I normally only have an hour to draw. As a result, I can't go for more, you know, how you say, more exceptional drawing, more creatively inclined drawing. Most of the time, my drawings are very simple because I just don't have to refine or, you know, good job. Or aim for a higher quality standard. No, and that's like the usual, you know. But it is what it is. So anyway, that's going on. But I have been working on, you know, drawing as per usual because otherwise I would lose my streak. We're currently on the 401st day. I talked about, you know, last. I almost thought that was 6 fingers. It's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would have been a real bad thing if I actually drew 6 fingers there. That would have been. We talked about hitting day 400 with Akasepia. I would have liked to do a more detailed picture, but I ran out of time. So, yet again, just like day 365, another simpler, less detailed drawing, but it fits all the allegories. It fits her basic nature. You know, what Akasepia stands for. So I'm good enough with that. Other than that, I don't know if I actually talked about this. I actually got to this point last time, but oops, that was a pretty nice line. Offhand, I drew Chef. I think it was Shichi. I think is his name. I could just check my record book, honestly. Chef Shimi. Not Shichi, it's Shimi. Chef Shimi. Yeah, Chef Shimi. Shimi. Chef Shimi. I decided to draw a hand in the background because I don't know if those wings actually count as hands. You know, what I count as hands is basically anything that you know, actually can grab things, which I guess Shimi's hands can, which is why I decided to even draw him in the first place. But then I was like, these are wings, not hands halfway through. And I was like, are you sure about that? Because our definition of what hands are is basically anything that can grab anything, which is why we can draw bugs that have hands, even though they're claws, because they can still grab things. Hands and claws are still hands to me. And then I was like, and I was like, and I was like, well, just to be on the safe side, we'll draw a hand in the background. Why not? So that's what I did. Thoughtful Third Thursday, the 8th installment. I was out of time for this one too, so I went for a very, very conservative, simple draw. Overall, I'm happy with the results though. You know, I was able to draw 2 hands. That's what I originally wanted to do because I'm on the hand standard as of this year. I'm trying to improve on drawing hands, so I still have yet to decide what I want to draw today, but that's beside the point. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna go into the meaning that much because then it would ruin the overall feel of the drawing. Maybe I'll do that for most Thoughtful Third Thursdays from now on. If I feel like talking about it, I'll talk about it. But otherwise, I won't. Day 404 out of focus. It was a kind of day. I could have drawn something more allocated to the feel of 404, as in 404 not found, the like browser thing. But I didn't even think about 404 like until way later into the drawing. So I was like, I'm gonna be late to work already. I can't really tackle a high quality alternative kind of feel, so I'm just gonna go with this. And instead I made the title about it. But like I was saying earlier, claws and hands, snatchers and maws, forehands. I don't know about that last one, but in general, most things that can grab, can hold, can throw, etc., the things that most hands can do, I count them as hands. So when it comes down to the snitch bugs, which they do have hands, which they grab Pikmin with, and then they throw them down into the ground, or they grab captains with them, they throw them into the ground. I count them as hands, so I was able to draw those snitch bugs. So I drew 2 snitch bugs over the weekend. Both the I think it's snittering snitch bug. Swooping snitch bug. I was able to draw both the swooping snitch bug and the bumbling snitch. From Pikmin 1 and Pikmin 2 respectively. Did you know that the bumbling snitch bug? I think my voice is breaking because I haven't been able to do voice acting. Like it's so tiring at my new job that I just don't have any time to do voice acting. So I haven't been really practicing on my talking skills or my voice acting skills recently. It's been really bad for my overall progress on the voice acting front. But yeah. Bumbling snitch bug. Did you know that the bumbling snitch bug is only in Pikmin 2? I didn't know that. And yet the swooping snitch bug is in all 3 games. Pikmin 1, Pikmin 2, and Pikmin 3. Kind of weird. And in Pikmin 3, the swooping snitch bug does the bumbling snitch bug's job, which is why they obviously didn't add it in. Because, you know, why add in a new model that we have to re-rasterize and we have to remake it and then we have to update it to like higher fidelity 8 high definition HD when we could just use the swooping snitch bug and just make it be able to catch both Pikmin and captains at the same time. That would be better. But that's what they did. And honestly, it's a good game. Since integrating it into an old enemy so you don't have to make an entirely new enemy remodel for the higher definition that is Pikmin. So yeah, that was my weekend. I didn't do much over the weekend because I was so tired from work that I just couldn't be bothered. And honestly, I really should have been bothered to do, you know, make an update on my comic. But when I have to work another freaking month of this, I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, it just seems too much. But yeah. And yesterday I did Ode to Arms with Kaiba from the Kaiba and an actual human character for once. The only thing I very much dislike about it is that this pupil is obviously, like, the inner pupil is obviously bigger than the other. If it wasn't for that, I would feel like this was a pretty good drawing, despite how simple. And also the fact that this line doesn't really match up. But yeah, that's about all I have to say. Another 25-minute video. That always kind of happens when I play Gankole on this, because then I start doing the whole quest line. But yeah, that's about all I have to say for today. Overall, it's kind of happening, which is what I've been saying for the last 3 weeks, because there hasn't been a lot of a lot of stuff except for the stressful stuff, and that keeps happening. So I mean, I could talk about it, but I guess I already talked about it in depth earlier in the video. But yeah, kind of tired, but gotta draw, so you know, can't go back to sleep or nothing. Anyhow, thanks everybody for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe for more content. And until next time, I'll see you all later. Thanks so much for watching.